is Reverend Kaode Daddy. I'm from Lagos State. Because I'm born and raised in Oshodi particularly. And my father also was a poultry farmer, and that got my interest in farming right from the early stage. I love farming, so that inspired me to read agricultural engineering at the University of Nigeria. And since then I've joined the business in 1986. Yeah, that was a year that he imported battery cages from overseas, and those battery cages were automatic. They feed the chicken by themselves, they collect eggs by themselves. That really got my interest so much. And so I want to learn much about all these machines. That was how I became an agric engineer. I finished my BSc in agric engineering, and I joined the business, the farm, the crop section of our business. Actually, one advantage I have gotten is because we had a good practical in our own university, the University of Nigeria. They focused much on that. We had a factory where we used lathe machines and all the rest of that. So to get into the business proper was not difficult for me. I was able to manage the implements, the tractors that we have in those days. So over time now, I've gotten far much experience in managing the business and the equipment in farming. It's a mixed reaction. It demands patience and perseverance, but the returns is good. The returns is consistent. That's one beauty about it. That's the oil palm business. We started the oil palm business in 1986. So we were at 200 hectares, that's 500 acres at one time. But now we're at 1,000 hectares. But then we have the waiting period where you plant an oil palm, you wait for 4 years. The first 4 years you keep spending money. And if you fail to spend the money, what you have spent in the first year will be gone completely. So, but then we were able to persevere. And after the fourth year, the returns started coming. It was consistent. That's the beauty about oil palm. It gives you a security for the future, because it doesn't fail. Weather will not really affect it easily. It's a drought-resistant crop. The oil palm business has been running for 32 years now. 32 years now. Though initially we didn't start with the oil palm, we started with maize planting. So we planted corn alone. So we were on that corn for 10 years, 1986 to 1996. Then by 1996, we changed to oil palm. So, and since then, from now to 1996 to now, that's around 24 years now. 24 years. But the oil palm, the business itself had been in existence since 1986. The business had helped people. One, we provide job. Oil palm business taking a lot of laborers. We have a lot of laborers here. Our laborers were like including the supervisors and everyone, were like 300 on the farm. So it's a labor-intensive business, even though we are into mechanized system of it. So we provide job for the villages around us. They hold us in esteem for that. Then also, from time to time, we also get in IT students that will come for training. So we benefit the people in that area. Then the town itself, we had we have impacted the town by building a market, borehole for them. These are the things we have done. We've got to be friendly with our community, so we have gone that way too. Right now we're building a school for the village that is nearby, Agoshu. Yeah, of course, during that time, it was not easy. Um, One, I had a good wife who was very supportive at that time. Uh, it could be discouraging at that time because all that you have to spend. If you don't spend, oil palm has a problem. When it's very tender, when it's very young, grass cutter can come in and eat everything up. And it will be as if you have not planted anything. So through the 4 years, you keep spending the money. So on the family side, it was tough, but we know that we have to endure. And we were able to manage all through. And at the same time, because I belong to a company itself, we have a poultry section that is also supporting us at that point in time. So after the 4 years, it was a different story. Anyone that wants to venture into it will have passion for it and will have patience and perseverance. I will also advise maybe the person should have another business that he could be doing that is not a salary job, that you can have your own time to come and inspect the farm. You will have a business of your own, a business venture that it will help you to make ends meet at this point in time. So those are the qualities those are the things needed for you to scale through the 4 years, the first 4 years. So then, of course, you need to have capital to some extent. It's not that you got to have big capital as such. The major thing about oil palm is getting the land, because oil palm takes much of land. So, but there are various ways you can get the land for oil palm business. There are various ways, because it earns foreign exchange for Nigeria. That all over the world, palm oil is in high demand. It's the cheapest oil all over the world, because in an hectare of oil palm plantation, you can have 4 times of the other oil in the same area of land. So it's the cheapest. So most companies all over the world are turning to palm oil for their products. Those are into margarine, biscuits, cosmetics, or various, even it's a biofuel too. So, and it's the cheapest oil that the world needs now. So it's going to increase. In Nigeria, I can see that there's much opportunity for people to come into this business. Then for an individual, it gives you a security for the future. It's a business that you can have, and you can be sure that you will not fail. If it's well managed, you cannot fail, because your raw materials comes to you every year without effort. The young people out there, those who have passion for farming, should start doing something about it now, because everybody cannot sit down in the office. White collar job will not be available for everybody. Nigeria has a teeming population that we need to feed ourselves. So there is a great opportunity in farming. I will advise the young ones to know that the future of Nigeria is in farming. So the better they get their hands on the desk, the better.